If you're living in Mexico, planning a scouting trip, or getting ready to head down for the snowbird season, you need to check your cell phone right now. Over the past few days, you may have seen some terrifying headlines about Mexico shutting down millions of cell phone lines. And for once, that's not internet clickbait. The Mexican Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, or CRT, has officially begun disconnecting millions of unregistered cell phone lines. On August 15th alone, an estimated 7 to 8 million cell phone lines in Mexico were abruptly cut off. Mexico, what is going on?
Well, this is actually part of a sweeping federal security reform designed to eliminate completely anonymous burner SIM cards, which have fueled telephone extortion, scam calls from penitentiaries, and financial fraud across Mexico for years. So the goal of the law is positive, to protect the public, but the execution is creating massive confusion for expats, tourists, and seasonal residents.
Welcome back to Affordable Retirement Abroad. I'm Bill Hare, and today on GeoPension Logistics TV, we're giving you the straight talk. We'll discuss the official phone cutoff calendar, exactly who's affected, what you can do about it, and some frankly frightening phishing scams you need to avoid. Let's dig into the details.
Originally, the Mexican government mandated that all 120 plus million cell phone lines in the country register by June 30th. But with tens of millions of lines still unregistered, as the deadline hit, the CRT recognized that shutting down half the country overnight would break emergency services, online banking, and daily commerce. So they restructured the rules. Postpaid monthly contracts were exempted because your identity is already tied to your billing. And they created a staggered cutoff schedule for all prepaid lines running from mid-August through the end of December 2026. So if you have a phone with a prepaid Mexican SIM card, take a look at your phone number. The deadline applies to the very last digit of your 10-digit number. So if your number ends in a 0, your deadline was August 15th. Unregistered lines are being suspended right now. If your number ends in 1, the cutoff is August 31st. If it ends in 2, it's September 15th. If it ends in 3, it's September 30th, and so on. The rollout continues every 2 weeks until the numbers ending in 9 hit their deadline on December 31st. So now let's cut through the panic and confusion and clarify exactly who needs to take action, because not everyone is on the chopping block. You are affected if 1. You have a Mexican prepaid pay-as-you-go line, such as the Telcel Paquete Amigo, the AT&T Prepago, Movistar, or the Bait phone from Mexico Walmart. Whether it's a physical plastic SIM card or a virtual eSIM, if you recharge your balance at OXXO or online without a formal monthly postpaid contract, you must register. Second, if you bought a local Mexican SIM card for a temporary vacation or scouting trip, you also need to register. Any new prepaid SIM activated in 2026 now requires registration within 30 days of activation. Next, you are completely exempt from registration if 1. You have a formal monthly postpaid contract with a Mexican carrier where you receive an invoice and pay via direct bank debit or RFC tax ID. 2. You're using a US or Canadian carrier roaming. If you have T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T USA, or Rogers in Canada, phone roaming through Mexico, you are governed by international roaming agreements. The Mexican government has zero jurisdiction over foreign-issued SIMs. Third, you're exempt if you have a traditional home landline or fiber internet package with companies like Telmex or TotalPlay. Next, we'll look at how you actually register to avoid a shutoff or to get your phone turned back on. But first, understanding how local logistics, banking apps, two-factor authentication, and foreign government regulations intersect is a cornerstone of living abroad comfortably. That's why we built the GeoPension framework to give you tactical, real-world blueprints rather than generic vacation fantasies. If you want the complete written master guide covering healthcare arbitrage, cost of living breakdowns, and international residency rules, pick up my Amazon book, How to Retire Abroad on a Social Security Budget. Scan the QR code on the screen or click the top link in the video description. Now, let's see how to get that phone turned back on. So, how do you actually register your line before or after your shutoff deadline hits? Well, the process is free, and you have two ways to do it, online or in person. Option 1, in person at a customer service center, which I recommend for peace of mind. If you're currently in Mexico, the easiest route is to walk into an official carrier branch, like a Telcel CAC store or an official AT&T store. Don't forget to bring your physical smartphone with the active SIM. Hand them your passport if you're a visitor or foreigner, or your CURP 18-digit residency ID code, and your resident card if you have legal residency. Once you're there, the representative will scan your document, link the SIM to your name in their system, and verify the line on the spot in under 10 minutes. Option 2, online via official carrier portals. If you're not currently in Mexico or just prefer an online solution, each carrier has built a dedicated remote registration portal. For example, on Me Telcel or the carrier's official website. First, you enter your 10-digit phone number. The carrier sends you a one-time SMS verification code to your screen. Then you upload a clear photo of your passport or CURP document. Then the system runs a quick verification matching your document. You get up to 3 attempts to complete the remote verification, and then you're done. Pay very close attention to this next warning. Fraudsters and scammers are having a field day with this new law. Because millions of people know their phones might be shut off, phishing text messages are flooding Mexican mobile networks. You may receive an SMS claiming, "Your line will be deleted in 2 hours. Click this link and enter your banking or personal details to prevent disconnection." Do not fall for this. Here are the rules to protect yourself. Rule number 1, never click an unsolicited link sent to you via SMS or WhatsApp claiming to be phone registration. Rule number 2, the registration process is 100% free. No legitimate carrier will ever ask for a credit card number, banking PIN, or payment to register your line. And rule number 3, only initiate registration directly through your carrier's official mobile application, their official verified website URL, or inside a physical brick-and-mortar store. So what happens if your deadline passed? For instance, your number ends in 0, and you wake up to find your service is gone. Well, here's the good news. A suspended line is not permanently deleted. When the CRT suspends an unregistered line, it enters a grace period. You lose regular outgoing, incoming cellular calls, regular SMS, and mobile data. However, your phone will still connect to 911 emergency services, federal hotlines, and Mexico's National Seismic Alert System. Your phone number is still held in your carrier's system. To reactivate it, you simply need to complete the identity registration either online or at a customer service branch. Once registered, your full service is restored immediately. Just keep in mind that carriers will eventually purge and recycle phone numbers that remain unregistered after an extended period, so don't leave it dormant for months if that number is tied to your Mexican bank account or WhatsApp. So here's the bottom line. Don't let sensationalist headlines scare you into thinking Mexico is shutting down mobile communications for foreigners. That just ain't happening. This is simply a practical, if irritating, security-focused regulatory cleanup. If you use a prepaid Mexican SIM, check your last digit, note your deadline on the calendar, and then take 5 minutes to register your passport or CURP. If you're using US roaming or a postpaid plan, you can just sit back and relax.
So did you check your phone number? What digit does your number end in? And did you register? How did that process go? And did you do it online or in person? Let us know in the comments below. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to buy your copy of How to Retire Abroad on a Social Security Budget. I'm Bill Hare and I'll see you in the next video.